Hello, Animated Apparel Company Universe, and welcome to another episode of What If. I didn't prepare, and Joey's not on screen. So Joey's going to start talking. No, he's not going to start talking. That's a lie. Oh, there he is. He just popped in. There he is. Welcome, Joey.
I come from a mystical land of darkness.
Yes, Mr. Grand Admiral. Or excuse me, I have to correct myself. Average Admiral Joey until he redeems his title. I love that episode. I don't know. Yeah. That was good stuff. They had me hooked all the way to the end.
I don't know what the internet is saying about giving it a bad review. That was a lot better than it was last week.
I dug it.
Last week's. And yeah, we gave it 4s last time, 4.5.
The review that I saw for this episode was like a 5. And I was like, if they gave like Doctor Strange one pretty high, this one's probably not looking so good, but I gotta say, I was pretty impressed with that episode. I enjoyed it. Did it have its problems? Sure. I think that some of the over, like, dad jokes of Ant-Man started to wear a little bit. Was a little bit unnecessary. But for the most part, I had a great time. The little story along with it, the action of it was really cool. Getting to see the zombie versions of all these characters we know and, like, still being able to use their abilities to various degrees. The weird Vision being kind of like a scientist, mad scientist a little bit. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I kind of had everything that I would need to have a good time in a zombie movie and delivered it in 30 minutes. So,
oh yeah, I think it was. I agree with all the action stuff. Loved the mad scientist Vision. You know, didn't need Ant-Man, I feel like, but but I know.
I feel like that's your harp and probably anything that's going to be Marvel. We didn't need Ant-Man.
Anything, right? No, I think even in this, it was fine. I really enjoyed this, and yeah, great zombie movie in 30 minutes. Or something I was gonna say. This one was like a completely original story, I feel like.
Oh, well, I know that they've done zombies in the comics before.
Well, I mean like from the movie. So like it isn't pulling like a lot of the movie. Like before, we've been saying they used so much percent of the movie to then take it, but this is like is a whole different thing on itself.
Yeah, the only thing I think that they really used was the beginning piece when Hulk sort of got to Earth, and then Ebony Maw and the other big guy show up to Earth at the beginning of Infinity War. But pretty much everything else was very original to this story, and I felt like it fit very well. I liked that they didn't go full on like just keeping the primary Avengers around, like keep having Zombie Cap, Hawkeye, Iron Man. For the most part, a lot of the bigger Avengers were zombies in this case, except for Thor, who wasn't there. Makes me question, at least maybe I'm just looking and overthinking it, but like how Thanos becomes a zombie because when I'm trying to remember Infinity War, because his whole reason for coming to Earth was for the stones, in which case Vision had the Mind Stone, but now Peter has it, taking it to Wakanda. I just hope there's a second part to this. I need to know what happens.
Yeah, we need some kind of like closure.
I need a part 2. Marvel did me dirty.
This is definitely one of those you want a part 2.
They gave me like a couple good episodes of What If, some really good ones, and some not so good ones. But this one, I might have to say is my favorite. I don't know.
For sure.
I really enjoyed it.
Based on scoring, we really liked the T'Challa one. So
yeah. So basically, if you put T'Challa in it, we're gonna like it. So Marvel.
Yeah, it seems like that, right?
if it's Doctor Strange or Ant-Man, we're not gonna like it. If it's T'Challa or Peter Parker or something, we might like it. So Marvel, learn your lesson.
I found it really funny that the zombies retain the powers of the superheroes, yet in dialogue parts, they still had to move like zombies. So like fighting scenes, oh yeah, they're going super fast.
Well, I mean, I didn't mind it. I think that even if for some of those like little things that become tropes in zombie movies, because they know about horror movies and zombie movies in general, they can kind of use that very much like they did in like Zombieland, I think, and a couple of other ones where like Scream, where they kept referencing like horror movies and like how to survive them. I think that's very interesting because it takes what we know already, which is you know, don't put yourself in a corner, or like go upstairs when there's a wide open front door for you to get out from XYZ killer.
Right.
It doesn't follow that trope. They know those things exist, so their reaction to them might be a little bit different, which can kind of open the door a little bit to the possibility to survive, but also new scenarios in which you can kind of trap yourself, I guess, if that makes sense. So yeah. I feel like that by recognizing, I guess, those tropes and then trying to avoid them, you can kind of open up the door to something else, or maybe some other direction being a totally different thing, which I absolutely loved. And I don't know why I kept thinking about like Shaun of the Dead in this one, and how they kind of survive based on, you know, realizing the tropes of certain things and things like that. But I liked how they kind of did do a Zombieland / there was another movie that kind of did like that kind of intro with how to survive or how to do something. I thought that was kind of clever. Very much reminded me of Zombieland. I don't really have anything really overly bad to say about it. I really enjoyed it.
Well, then let's get to the ranking.
Sure.
Then let me tell you what we did last time.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea, and then I think on this one we both really liked it. We should both call out our answer at the same time.
Okay.
And let's write them then.
All right.
So first episode, the Cap episode, Captain Carter. You gave it a 7. I gave it a 6.5.
Okay.
The T'Challa episode, we gave it 8.5 and an 8. The Ant-Man episode, 8 is what we both gave that one.
Okay.
So we both really like that one. The Doctor Strange, 4 for you, 4 for me, 4.5 for you. Zombie one, let's on 3.
I'm torn, but I'm trying to decide. Hold on one second. Give me a second.
No problem. Call them out on 3. 3, 2, 1, 9.
What'd you say?
All right. I said 9.
9, okay.
So
we said it like so in sync in my headphones. I was like, wait a minute, what'd you say? I gotta go 9. I'm very impressed with this episode. Well done. I like the animation. I like the fight scenes. It kept me engaged the entire time. It felt like it went super fast for 30 minutes. I mean, 30 minutes is super fast, but it was worth it. It was a good ride, and I can only hope for part 2 next week, which fingers crossed, but I don't know if it'll happen, but if it does, man, I'm pumped. I'm ready for it.
If it wouldn't have had Ant-Man in it, I probably would have given it 9.5, maybe even 10. But yeah, excited for episode 2.
Yeah, there were a couple things.
They got a perfect cliffhanger, so I feel like they have to.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it, and I think that's pretty much it for us.